What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is all about the Six Nations. The bit of a preview, all you need to know. My thoughts on this upcoming tournament, my top players that I'm looking out for in each respective nation, as well as just a few thoughts and chatting about the fixtures that are upcoming. I mean, really, we are less than 2 weeks away for one of the biggest Six Nations tournaments. Oh, it's going to be absolutely epic. It's the build-up before the Rugby World Cup of 2019. It is going to be amazing. Can Ireland do it again? Will England bounce back? Will Wales show continuing improvement? Will Scotland surprise and shock us all? Will France also continue to improve? Or will the Italians play the dark horse of the tournament? We will never know until it all begins in less than 2 weeks away. And honestly, we're kicking off with amazing games to look forward to that I really can't wait. I mean, Wales, France, that's going to be epic. Italy, Scotland, it's always exciting because you never know what to expect. England versus the Irish, a game that I can't wait to watch because you've got the Grand Slam champions of last year playing against England, who are showing improvement. Eddie Jones is going to want to prove a point. Eddie Jones is going to want to bounce back and silence his critics. Joe Schmidt is going to want to show the world what he can do. And everything is going to come together. Who's going to win? We'll have to wait and see. But one thing is for sure, this is going to be a Six Nations to remember. So if you're new here and haven't yet subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let the world know I will be covering, recapping everything of the Six Nations. So make sure you're subscribed. An awesome build up for this World Cup, as obviously there's a Rugby Championship later in the year, Super Rugby, all that jazz, Champions Cup. So hit that subscribe button. We're covering it all. You won't want to miss out. But let's get to the business of the day. All you need to know about the Six Nations, my thoughts. Let's do it. Let's kick off. I'm going to analyze each team, but let's kick off with the current champions, Grand Slam champions, Ireland. Now, as I said, the first game will be against England, which is going to be amazing at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. It's going to be an epic game. Now, the bookies are going already for Ireland to win this game. Now, anything is possible. I'm not going to give a prediction yet, but one thing's for sure, we can't write off England just yet. They've also got a few injuries in their squad, but they don't have a bad team at all. And we saw a lot of improvement in November, so we must take that into account. Ireland, yes, will be on a major high after beating the All Blacks, after having such a great year. And they're going to want another slam. They're going to want to win it again. So they're going to be strong. So maybe there is truth to the bookies, but also don't count out England. They're going to need to watch out for them because they're a great team. And Eddie Jones has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. So let's keep a good lookout for them. But man, it's going to be an awesome game. Now, the players that I'm looking out for, and obviously we'll all have our own players, so make sure you leave them down below. Who are you watching? Number one I've got is Robbie Henshaw. He's coming back from injury. He's going to be an ideal player for this for the Six Nations. We're watching him to see if he can keep it up. He's a fantastic player, and it's going to be big for him coming straight back into the Six Nations, especially against England. Obviously, you'll have a few Pro 14 Champions Cup games, but Robbie is going to have to really give it all. But such talent, and I know he can definitely do it. Rory Best, great leader, great player who gave it his absolute all last year for the Irish. Led from the front, kept the Irish cool, calm and collective. It was brilliant watching him captain. I will be watching him because he'll want to continue that as he goes forward for the Six Nations and the World Cup. It's a big year for him too, so it will be exciting to watch him. James Ryan had an outstanding year last year. I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to offer for the Irish squad, and it's going to be awesome also watching him continue to improve. Peter O'Mahony is another one. I mean, another gem of a rugby player who had an outstanding year last year. Definitely keeping an eye out on him. He's one of the best in world rugby. I mean, keep a good look out because he's going to be fighting for not his position, but fighting for Ireland so they can hopefully win another Six Nations for his country, hopefully pick up a World Cup medal, who knows, but he'll be wanting to show what he can do. And obviously for me, Conor Murray, coming back from injury, missed out in November, he is going to be an ideal part in Ireland's move forward. He is a fantastic scrum half who gives absolute all, plays such a strong game. He leads from the front, not only with the kicking, with his passing, with his skillfulness. We saw him play great rugby for Munster. He's really come back well, and I'm excited to watch what he can do in this World Cup, in the Six Nations. It's going to be an epic year for the Irish team. Now, Ireland first up, they have England, then the Scots, then the Italians, then the French, then the Welsh. Awesome lineup. It's going to be, I mean, England's going to be a massive battle, but I mean, you're ending off with Wales, who's also going to be an excellent battle. And I mean, you've got Scotland, France and Italy there too, who definitely know how to give up a fight. But you're starting off with England, you're ending off with Wales. Those are going to be absolutely top games of the tournament, because it's the top three. They're going to be wanting to prove a point. They're going to be wanting to show what they're made of, and I'm excited to see how this all ends up. Next up, we've got Italy. Now, the Italians, unfortunately, haven't done great in the Six Nations. They've been the wooden spoon for quite a number of years now. Their last win was against Scotland in 2015. They're on 17 straight Six Nations defeats, so they're going to want to surprise. They're going to want to give an effort, show improvement, show that they aren't the jokes of the Six Nations, which they aren't. They're a great team. Yes, they are weak and they're battling and they don't pick up victories, but they give a lot of fight, they give a lot of heart, and I really hope for Italy's sake that they can give more competitiveness throughout the squad as they play on. They're playing Scotland now. In the old days, this used to be the battle for the wooden spoon. It was always an intense battle, and let's not forget, Italy did give the Scots a good little run last year, but it's going to be important for them to really set focus and keep calm. Sergio is going to be back as captain after missing the November internationals. We all know how good Sergio is. He's an outstanding captain. He's an Italian veteran. He's a true champion of Italian rugby, and I hope he can take his team to the next level and show the courage and strength that this team has to offer, and maybe pick up a surprise victory. But it's going to be tough for them, but I wish them all the best, and I hope that they can give a good fight. But Sergio is going to be my man that I'm looking out for as the leader, as one of the star players. He's definitely one to watch for Italy, and I'll be hoping that he can bring some hope to the team. They play Scotland first, Wales, Ireland, England, and then France. It's going to be a tough contest for them, but they're going to want to prove a point, silence a few critics, and also build their way up as they approach the Six Nations, which is coming up, the Rugby World Cup, which is coming up soon. Then we go to Wales. Now, Wales are on the road to improvement. They are growing and developing. Also fantastic rugby nation, passionate as all. I mean, they're brilliant. They had a good year last year, ending it off second in the Six Nations, having a good November internationals tour, beating South Africa, giving the big teams a good run, a good fight. Warren Gatland's a great coach, and this is going to be his final Six Nations for Wales, and he's going to want to end off with maybe a Six Nations win. He's going to want to end off with a bang, and also he's going to want to take this team and give them all the confidence in the world, so when they get to the Rugby World Cup, they are ready and stronger and better than ever. So yes, you can never count out the Welsh. The bookies have said that they should win against the French. One thing's for sure, you can never count out that French squad. They are strong, they are tough, and they have their moments. Wales did, however, beat France by a point last year to finish second on the table. So it was a tough clash, and it was an intense battle. So it's going to be an interesting game to watch and witness. But yeah, we'll see what has to happen. It will be a home game for the French, so it could be tough. But I'm excited to see what Wales have to offer, to see if they can continue their improvement and really show the world that they are here to scare teams and are here to be contenders. So it's going to be exciting. Players to look out for from my side, I'm going to be watching Alan Wayne Jones. I mean, that guy is a true champion of a player. really had a great year last year. Injury here and there, but fantastic player, and I'm excited to see what he has to offer. Jonathan Davies, probably one of the top centres in world rugby at this point. He's really grown from strength to strength, and he's a true gem in Welsh rugby who can definitely help this team go forward. I mean, Jonathan is really growing and developing, and I'm excited to see what he has to offer for Wales. George North, another great player who's also gone strength to strength. I will be watching him out with Gareth Davies as well, as he's got my name. But I'm curious to see how George, Gareth and all these guys do in the Welsh squad. Now another guy I've put in here is obviously Halfpenny, because point scoring machine, he's going to need to be on par as they go forward. But another guy, and I know I've given quite a few here, but Gareth Askerby, I think everyone's talking about him, and I'm curious to see what he has to offer. Should be an interesting tournament for him. Hopefully he can show strength and improvement. But overall, I'm very, very curious to watch Wales play. They start off with France, Italy, England, Scotland and Ireland. Epic games that are going to be, the battle are going to be absolutely awesome. And I can't wait to see what Wales have to produce. And it's going to be important for them because they got Gatland, who's going to end off his tenure. He's going to want to end off with a bang. He's going to give it his absolute all to take Wales to the next level. He's been there for so long now. He's going to really want to end off on a great note. And I hope he has a good one, because, I mean, Wales are a magnificent rugby team, and I've enjoyed watching them come back. Because they weren't at a great stage about 2 years ago. So I'm happy to see them improving. And I really hope that they can go from strength to strength and give the teams a good run for their money. Then next up we got Scotland. Now obviously you guys know my dad was born in Scotland, so I've got quite a soft spot for the Scottish, and it's going to be epic. Their first game is going to be against Italy, like mentioned, and one thing's for sure, like I said, Italy you can never count out. They could give a fright here and there, but obviously the bookies have got them as favourites to win that one. We'll see what happens, but I think they definitely should be able to do it. It's not a good start for the Scots, but I'm pretty confident that they can do this. Townsend's side will be hoping to grow on last year's Six Nations performance, finished third, which was their highest since 2013. So they're really going to want to take on that and move forward and get better and develop. They beat England for the first time, winning the Calcutta Cup. I mean, that was truly remarkable from the Scots. So I'm hoping for a great year from them, where they can also give all these teams a run for their money. Surprise, shock, because it will be exciting to see the build up for the World Cup if Scotland are doing great things. My players to look out for, I've got Finn Russell. He needs to be on point. He needs to score his points when needed. Another fantastic player, but he needs to be sharp. Greg Laidlaw, he's a legend. I've got a lot of time for this guy. I think he's a fantastic scrummer, a fantastic kicker, a true ambassador of Scottish rugby, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to offer in 2019 as we hit the Six Nations and the Rugby World Cup. He's got the experience, he's got the talent, and he's definitely going to be a key player for the Scots. Hugh Jones, another great one who I'll be watching out for. I mean, he's got history with South Africa and all that stuff, but fantastic player, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to offer. Hamish Watson, if I'm not mistaken, has just got an injury, so he's going to be missing, I think it's the first game, but I haven't got full guarantee on that, but hopefully he's back, because he would be my next player to watch out for, because he is truly special. So Scotland have Italy, Ireland, France, Wales, and end off with England. That is going to be another epic game. So all those games are pretty competitive, and I'm excited to see, and I really hope they can pull up an upset here or there and pick up another great victory. It will be great for Scottish rugby, and it will be exciting to watch. The French, I mean, they're another team who showed improvement. Six Nations wasn't the greatest for them. They had a few good memories. I mean, let's not forget, they just lost to Ireland thanks to Johnny Sexton's drop goal in the last, I think it was the 82nd minute, so it was big stuff for the French. And that hopefully they will take on into 2019 with confidence, knowing that they nearly beat Scotland, they nearly beat Ireland, they nearly got Wales on. So they need to take that as they go forward, use that confidence, and they need to start it strong. And to start it strong, they need to do it against Wales. That is going to be an epic encounter, and they need to show strength. Players to watch, I've got Paul Willemse. He's a South African born rugby player. I'm curious to see how he does. The French picked him in the squad, so debutant for him. Looking forward to see what he has to do. Guys, forgive my pronunciations here, but Bastariad Mateo, we all know who he is. Fantastic rugby player. Going to definitely be keeping an eye on him. Such a great force in the back line up there. True gem. And then the captain, Guardo. Another gem to watch, as he will be wanting to lead his team to a successful 2019 campaign. He'll be wanting to lead his team to a possible good top place in the Six Nations, and he'll also be wanting to lead his team to a successful Rugby World Cup campaign. So it's going to be truly epic. Their fixtures are Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland, and end off with Italy. Good luck, France. It's going to be an epic year for you. Then we get to, last but not least, the English. All we need to know about them. Now this is, first game will be Ireland. Now we all know how hard that game's going to be, because the Irish are on a roll. The Irish are on form. But let's not forget, the English are improving, showing strength, showing development, which is important. Eddie Jones will know what he needs to do in order to take the English to the next level. He will know what he needs to do to prove points and to silence his critics. It's going to be important here. He's already started the odd mind game or two, so it's going to be important for them to really, really go for it and see what they can do. Obviously, the bookies think they're not going to beat the Irish, but as I say, anything is possible. Just got to believe in yourself. Now, last year wasn't a good year for England. They finished 5th after shocking performances against Scotland, France and Ireland. And it just wasn't the greatest year for the English, but they did start improving towards the end of the year. So all the best to them. They're missing Hartley and Farrell in the first encounter, which is a big thing, especially Farrell. I mean, Farrell, we know his importance that he brings to the English squad. And it's going to be important that he gets back. Apparently it's not a serious injury, but he had to get surgery, but they're expecting him back, I think, the second clash, which is against France, so they'll need him there. So hopefully he gets a speedy recovery, because I want to see the best of the best in all these squads. So it's going to be exciting. Players I'm looking out for England is Maro Atoje, fantastic rugby player, also a guy who really knows what he's doing, a world-class athlete. Didn't have the hottest end to the year, but he's definitely got the ability to take England on, to move them forward, to grow them, to show strength. He needs to really be a key point player in the English squad going forward and really give it his absolute all. The Vunipola brothers, fantastic rugby players. They're also going to have to show strength. Curious, I will be watching them, because I mean, I think one were in my world squads from last year or the year before, but they were in my Six Nations squad, so I'm curious to see how they do. And then obviously I've got here Owen Farrell, who is one of the key players to England, and he's going to need to be on form. He's going to need to not do the Farrell tackle, otherwise he's going to get a card. We'll see what happens, but it should be an interesting game. But I really hope Owen's back for England, so that they can play with their best of the best, because we all know the key importance of Owen Farrell. He's a true fantastic player. Fixtures: Ireland, France, Wales, Italy, and then the end game against the Scots. So that's going to do it for all we need to know. Obviously, you've got a few more videos coming out talking about the Six Nations as we build up to this epic tournament. It's truly going to be a special one. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down in the section below. Who you're watching out, which team you're supporting, where you're from. Obviously, I know we have quite a few of you from, but let me know your thoughts in the comments section so we can see what the talk is. Who's going to win? Is it Ireland? Is it Wales? Is it France? Is it England? Is it Scotland? Or could it be the Italians? You never know. But it's going to be an awesome tournament. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss another video, and I'll see you guys real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.